Welcome to T1 Academy. In our last session, we discussed the concept of clocks. So please do watch that video and come to this one so that it will be very clear for you people. Okay, now we will discuss some of the previous year's questions which was asked in the UPSC CSAT paper. Okay, right. First one. Assume that the hour hand and minute hands of the clock move without jerking. Okay, that is the first case. The clock shows a time between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. The two hands of the clock are one above the other. After how many minutes, with the two hands will be again lying one above the other. See here students, from the basic concepts itself, we know that the two hands of the clock will coincide for every what time? For every 65 5 by 11 minutes. The two hands of the clock will coincide once for every 65 5 by 11 minutes. Right? So now see here, very clearly they are telling that the clock is showing sometime between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. There is no relevance. I mean, for our answer, to get the answer, it is not that much required. The two hands of the clock are one above the other. Okay, now the two hands of the clock are one above. After how many minutes, nearest integer with the two hands will be again lying one over the other. That means what does this question asking us here is, after what time? See, usually for every 65 5 by 11 minutes, they will coincide for each other. Now we have two times. Which one is the nearest one? 65 minutes. So that means our answer here becomes 65 minutes. From the basic concept itself, we can tell our answer as 65 minutes. Why? Because we know that for every 65 5 by 11 minutes, the two hands will coincide. Anyway, after what time means, once again after 65 5 by 11 minutes, they will coincide. So my answer will be 65 here, 65 here. Okay, next one. Between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., the minute hand of the clock will be ahead of the hour hand by 3 minutes at. Okay, ahead of the hour hand by 3 minutes at. See here students, if it is angle, we usually do that one. But here they are asking us 3 minutes at, 3 minutes at. 3 minutes means, see here total 360 degrees is divided into how many minutes? Total 360 degrees is divided into how many minutes? 360 degrees is divided into 60 minutes. Am I correct or not? So 1 minute is equal to what? 1 minute is equal to 360 by 60. 0, 0 get cancelled, 6, 1, 6, 6 are. So 1 minute is equal to what we will get here? 60 degrees. 1 minute is equal to 60 degrees. So 3 minutes means 18 degrees. 3 minutes means what here? 3 minutes means what here? 18 degrees. Already I told you, apart from 0 degrees and 180 degrees, all the remaining angles will occur twice in every 1 hour. That means here indirectly the angle between two hands of the clock, what they are telling us here is 18 degrees. The angle between two hands of the clock is 18 degrees. So here theta is equal to 18 degrees. Indirectly they are telling that angle between two hands of the clock is 18 degrees. So now we know what is the formula for angle between two hands of the clock. Theta is equal to modulus of 30x minus 11y by 2. Modulus of 30x minus 11y by 2. So now theta is equal to what? 18. So I will take plus 18 for once and minus 18 for once, and we will decide what is our answer later. Okay. So 30x means between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. right. So our answer will become what? 6 o'clock a minutes. Whatever that a we need to find here. So that means what happens to this? 30 into 6 minus 11a by 2 is equal to 18 I will take for once, and next similarly 30 into 6 minus 11a by 2 is equal to minus 18 I will take. When you send mod to the other side, it will become plus or minus. So plus 18 and minus 18, I will take both the values. Next, what happens to this? When I send 18 to this, 180 minus 18 is equal to 11a by 2. And similarly, what happens to this one? 180 plus 18 is equal to 11a by 2. 11a by 2. Okay. Now what you will get here? 11a by 2 is equal to 162. Here 11a by 2 is equal to 198. 198. These two values, it is satisfying? Yes. So now what happens? We can write directly 11a is equal to 324. Here 11a is equal to 396. So what will be a value here? 324 by 11. 324 by 11. What you will get here? Okay, I will write 11 2s are 22. I will be left with 10. 104. 11 9s are 99. So 29 5 by 11 minutes. This is one time for me. And next here what I will get here? A is equal to 396 by by 11. So 11 3s are 33, 11 6s are 36. So what are the two times which we will have? At 6 o'clock, 29 5 by 11 minutes I will have one time, and at 6 o'clock 36 minutes I will have the other time. Okay, I got two answers actually here. But in the question there is one more condition. What is that? Minute hand of a clock will be ahead. My minute hand should be ahead of my hour hand. See here, in both these cases, tell me in which case my minute hand will be ahead of my hour hand. See, generally, randomly, we will see in a general observation. This is 6. 6:29 means my hour hand will be between 6 and 7. My hour hand will be between 6 and 7. Why? Because 6:20 means it will start moving towards 7. When it comes to my minute hand will be 6:29 means it will be somewhere here. So now tell me, is my minute hand ahead of my hour hand? No. So this is not my correct answer. 6:36 means, see here, 6:36 means similarly my minute hand, my hour hand will be between 6 and 7. But when it comes to my hour hand, it will be somewhere here, right? Sorry, my minute hand will be somewhere here. 6:36 means my minute hand will be here. So that means my minute hand is ahead of my hour hand. So which one we will consider in this case? We will consider 6:36 as our answer here. So 6:36 p.m. will be our answer here, students. Understood? Both the values is correct. 18 degrees apart means both are correct actually. But in question we have one more clause. What it is? My minute hand should be ahead of my hour hand. So in which case it will be ahead of my hour hand means at 6:36 it will be ahead of my hour hand. Understood? Right. Next one. A clock strikes once at 1 o'clock, twice at 2 o'clock and thrice at 3 o'clock and so on. If it takes 12 seconds to strike at 5 o'clock, see here in this manner, so at 5 o'clock it will strike for how many times? It will strike for 5 times. 5 times at 5 o'clock, and it is taking what time? 12 seconds of time. It is taking 12 seconds of time. Okay. What is the time taken by it to strike at 10 o'clock? At 10 o'clock, what is the time? Very simple. Say at 10 o'clock, how many times usually it will strike? 10 times, right? At 10 o'clock, it will strike for what times? 10 times. So, for 5 times, it is taking 12 seconds of time. For 10 times, it will take what time? For 10 times, it will take 24 seconds of the time. So, simple basic understanding question only. No need to apply any clocks concept or anything here. Just a directly related concept. Okay. Next one. A watch loses 2 minutes in every 24 hours, while another watch gains 2 minutes in every 24 hours. Okay, good. One is losing 2 minutes in every 24 hours, one is gaining 2 minutes in every 24 hours. At a particular instant, the two watches showed an identical time. Okay, at some time it shown an identical time. Which of the following statements is correct if 24-hour clock is followed? See here, students, definitely we should follow a 24-hour clock. Okay, 24 hours consideration we need to follow. Then when it will happen? What are the conditions? The two watches show the identical time again on completion of 30 days. The two watches show the identical time again on completion of 90 days. The two watches shows the identical time again on completion of 120 days. None of the above statements. Now, we will solve here. See here, students, we will take the slide portion of this one and we will try to solve here. Okay. Now, what they are telling is there are two clocks for this question. For the previous question, we are writing here, student. One clock is gaining 2 minutes and the other loses 2 minutes. Now, see here, correct, wrong one, wrong two. We will see. Anyway, both the clocks are wrong only. In a correct clock, assume that now the time is some 12 or 24 hours. In a correct clock, if it covers 24 hours, in my first losing clock, how much it will show? It will show only 23 minutes, 23 hours, 58 minutes, right? 23 hours, 58 minutes. Why? Because it will lose the time. Okay, good, superb, sir. When it comes to my wrong clock, it will show what time? 24 hours, 2 minutes. Why? Because it is gaining 2 minutes. When I compare with my correct clock, My wrong clock will show 23 hours 58 minutes, wrong clock 1, and my wrong clock 2 will show 24 hours 2 minutes. Why? Because this is losing 2 minutes and this is gaining 2 minutes. That means effectively in a day, in a day means 24 hours. In 24 hours, what is the time difference between these two watches? What is the time difference between these two clocks? 4 minutes, right? Effectively in a day, in 24 hours, the time difference between them is how much? 4 minutes. Understood, students? Why? Because here it is 23:58 and here it is 24:02 minutes. Now tell me, usually when they will show once again the same time. See here, students, there is one logic here. They clearly mentioned in the question. What they mentioned in the question is, you should definitely consider it as a 24-hour clock. 24-hour clock. Usually our clock contains 12 hours. If you take irrespective of this 24-hour clock, means we will consider only it as 12 hours. Anyway, AM PM will be changed, but the clock will be only of 12 partitions only, right? So we used to solve by taking it as 12 hours time difference. If the time difference is 12 hours, once again they will show the same time, right? Usually we will do it like that, but in the question they clearly mentioned that we should always consider 24 hours clock. So keeping that thing in our mind, now tell me, usually with some basic sense, when they will show once again the same time, if the time difference them is exactly 24 hours, right? If the time difference between them is exactly 24 hours, if it is date is changed, date may change, but the time will show the same time, right? So for 4 minutes, to get a time difference of 4 minutes, it is taking 24 hours of time. It is taking 24 hours of time. To get a time difference as 24 hours, how much time it will take? How much time it will take? So before that, students, this is in minutes and this is in hours. So these two should be in same units and these two should be in same units. For that, what I will do is, see here, 4 minutes, anyway 4 minutes I will consider. So 24 hours, no problem, we will put that as 24 hours only, 4 minutes. Here I will take it as x hours in 24 into 60 minutes. Why? Because 24 hours. To get a time difference of 24 hours, how much time it will take, we will calculate that. So 24 into 60 minutes. 24 into 60 minutes. Now simply cross multiply this. X into 4 is equal to 24 into 60. So 4 ones, 4 6 are. So x is equal to what I got here. Intentionally I am writing this as 360 into 24 hours. 360 into 24 hours. Now I want to convert these hours into days. So what I will do here, 360 into 24 by 24 days. Why? Because a day consists of 24 hours. So 24 will get cancelled. Once again they both will show the same time after how many days? 360 days. Once again they both will show the same time after how many days? 360 days. So they are the same thing. Now see here, the two watches show the identical time again on completion of 30 days. No, that is wrong. The two watches show the identical time again on completion of 90 days. That is also wrong. The two watches show the identical time again on the completion of 120 days. That is also wrong. So none of the above statements is correct. Yes, actually the two watches will show the same time after how many days? 360 days. After how many days? 360 days. Okay, understood? Right. Next one. A wall clock moves 10 minutes fast in every 24 hours. Okay, good. The clock was set right to show the correct time at 8 a.m. Okay, on Monday. So intentionally we set it correctly at 8 a.m. on the Monday. When the clock shows the time as 6 p.m. on Wednesday, what is the correct time? See, whenever you see these type of questions, students, always we should solve this problem with the help of comparison. Comparison means what? A correct clock and the given clock for us. Correct one and given one. Okay. Now based on this we are going to solve. See here, a wall clock moves 10 minutes fast in every 24 hours. That means, see here, in a correct clock if it shows 24 hours, in the given clock it will show 24 hours 10 minutes. In the given clock it will show 24 hours 10 minutes. Okay, good. Now in the clock was set right to show the correct time. That means intentionally it was made right at 8 a.m. on Monday. And when the clock shows the time, that means which clock it is, they are speaking about the given wrong clock. Okay, from 8 a.m. on Monday to, from 8 a.m. on Monday to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. How much time is passed here, tell me? How much time was passed? 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Monday to 8 a.m. on Tuesday, 24 hours. Next 8 a.m. on Wednesday, 24 hours. So overall 48. 48 plus 6 p.m. right? 6 p.m. means evening. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. what is the time difference? 10 hours. 10 hours. So overall in my given clock how much time was lapsed here? 58 hours. 2 days 10 hours. 2 days 10 hours. 2 days 8 to 6 p.m. Here you will have 4 hours and there you will have 6. Okay. So total 58 hours. So in my given clock how much time was lapsed here for me? 58 hours. 58 hours. In the given clock total 58 hours was covered. So how much time it will show in the correct time, or how much time it will lapse in my correct clock. How much time it will lapse in my correct clock. See, before that as usual if you make sure that everything is in hours, right? So please try to convert this 24 10 minutes also into hours. So how it will become? 24 10 by 60 hours. 24 10 by 60 hours. So 24 1 by 6 it will become. 24 1 by 6. 24 1 by 6 means it will become 145 by 6 hours. I converted everything into hours. 145 by 6. Now cross multiply, assume it as some x. So x into 145 by 6. X into 145 by 6. That is equal to 24 into 58. 24 into 58. If you observe carefully, 29 5s are, 29 2s are. Okay. So now what happens for me? X is equal to, solve this one students. What you will get? 24 to 2s are 48, 48 6s are 240 plus 48, 288, 288 by 5. 288 by 5 hours. So what happens to this 288 by 5 hours? 5 5s are 25. I will be left with 38 means 5 7s are 35. I will be left with 3 by 5 hours. 3 by 5 hours. So anyway 8 a.m. both are correct. Both are correct at 8 a.m. and 8 a.m. In the wrong clock it is lapsed how many hours? 58 hours. In correct clock it will show how many hours? 57 3 by 5 hours. 57 3 by 5 hours means, can I write this as 57 into 3 by 5 into 12 or else 60. 3 by 5 into 60. What it becomes? 36. 57 hours. 3 by 5 hours means 36 minutes. 3 by 5 hours means 36 minutes. In a wrong clock it run how many hours? 58 hours. In correct clock it will run how much time? 57 hours 36 minutes. How much time is difference here? 24 minutes. That means whether it is more or less, 24 minutes less. So in the correct clock it will show 5:36 p.m. 5:36 p.m. In the correct clock it will show 5:36 p.m. In the correct clock it will show 5:36 p.m. See here students, either you can add 57 hours 36 minutes to 8 a.m. on Monday, you will get the same answer, or else why to do that one? In wrong clock it runs 58 hours, right? In correct clock 57 36 minutes. That means 24 minutes lesser than the wrong clock. 24 minutes lesser than the wrong one. So subtract 24 from 58 or 24 minutes from 6 p.m. 24 minutes from 6 p.m. When you subtract it, it will become what? 5:36. It will become 5:36. So please be careful while subtracting or adding 57 hours 36 minutes to 8 a.m. Please be careful. Why? Because here there is one option 5:24. There is a chance to mark this as your answer. So please be careful. Okay. So our answer here is 5:36 p.m. 5:36 p.m. Next one. At which one of the following times do the hour hand and the minute hand of the clock make an angle of 180 degrees with each other? Okay. 180 degrees with each other. The two hands of the clock should coincide with exactly opposite to each other. See here at 7 hours. That means at 7 o'clock. See, at 7 o'clock, my hour hand will be on 7 and my minute hand will be on 12. Are they exactly opposite to each other? No. So, this is not possible. Between 7 hours and 7-5 hours, at 7-5 hours, between 7-5 hours and 7-10 hours. We will check. First option is not at all correct. We will assume that at 7 o'clock, A minutes, my two hands of the clock will be 180 degrees with each other. So, that is nothing but theta. What is the formula for theta? Modulus of 30x minus 11y by 2. So, as I already told you, whether you take plus 180 or minus 180, it doesn't matter in the case of 180 case. So, directly I will take 30 into 7 minus 11a by 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Minus 11a by 2 is equal to 180 degrees. So, 210 minus 180 is equal to 11a by 2. I am sending 11a by 2 that side and 180 to this side. So, 11a by 2 will become what for me here? 30. So, 11a value will become what for me here? 60. A value will become what? 5 by 11 minutes. That means at 7 o'clock, 5 by 11 minutes, both the hands of the clock will be 180 degrees with each other. 180 degrees with each other. So, now tell me, between 7 hours and 7-5 hours? No. At 7-5 hours? No. Between 7-5 hours and 7-10 hours? Yes. Why? Because 7, 5 by 11 will fall under this time zone. Understood, students? Okay. Like this, indirectly we will take the help of our formula. Theta is equal to modulus of 30x minus 11y by 2, and we are going to solve this problem. Right? Next one. Consider the following statements. Between 3:16 p.m. and 3:17 p.m. both hour hand and minute hand coincide. Between 4:58 p.m. and 4:59 p.m. both minute hand and second hand coincide. Please be careful, students. Here for the first time we are seeing about the second hand. We are seeing about the second hand. See, usually come to the second one first, and anyway we will see the first one. Hour hand and minute hand. In every 1 minute, for the first time we are seeing about second hand. The second hand will cover the entire 360 degrees, right? In every 1 minute, the second hand will cover entire 360 degrees. That means in a minute gap, definitely in every minute gap, my second hand will coincide with my hour hand, right? Whether it is hour hand or whether it is minute hand, it will definitely coincide for once. In every 1 minute, for every 1 minute, my minute hand, my second hand will coincide with hour hand for once, and as well as my minute hand also for once. Why? Because it will complete one complete rotation for every 1 minute. So, because of that reason, between 4:58 and 4:59 p.m. also both my minute hand and second hand will coincide. Definitely it will coincide. Why? Because for every minute it will coincide. Okay. Similarly, for between 4:58 and 4:59 also they will coincide. There is no doubt in that. Now come to my first one. Between 3:16 and 3:17 both hour hand and minute hand of the coincide. Coinciding means what? Theta is equal to 0 degrees. We will check there. I will assume that 3 o'clock A minutes my two hands will coincide. My two hands will coincide. Okay. So, theta value what we will take here? 0 degrees. And from that what I can say? 30x minus 11y by 2 is equal to 0. Mod I am removing directly. So, 30x means here will become what? 30 into 3 minus 11a by 2 is equal to 0. So, from this 11a by 2 is equal to 90. 11a will become what for me here? 180. A value will become 180 by 11. 180 by 11. 11 1s are 11. I will be left with 70. 11 6s are 66. 4 by 11 minutes. Now see here. Between 3:16 and 3:17. This time 16 4 by 17 4 by 11 is between 3:16 and 3:17 only, right? 16 4 by 11 means that will be between obviously 3:16 and 3:17. So that means the first one is correct and second one is correct. So here both the answers are correct for me. See, this one is from the basic understanding we can say that my second hand will definitely meet my hour hand as well as my minute hand. In every 1 minute it will meet for once. For every 1 minute it will meet them for once. So from that concept I can say the second one is correct. So here both the first and second options are correct. Next one. How many seconds are there in a x weeks, x days, x hours, x minutes and x seconds? This is purely calculation. Okay. So in x weeks, x days, x hours, x minutes and x seconds, that is the time they given for us. So in x weeks, how many seconds we will have? First of all, we will see. X weeks means how many days? 7 days. So 1 week means 7 days. So x into 7 into 1 day means how many hours? 24 hours. Into how many minutes? Into 60 into 60 seconds. This is x weeks data. When it comes to x days, what will happen for us here? 1 day means how many hours? 24 into x. 24x into, this is a day, this is hours, or else I will go with x into 24 for better idea. X into 24 into x into 24 into, in a day contains how many hours? Hour contains 60 minutes into 60. Next, x days, x weeks, x hours, x into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Okay, and x minutes, that means x into 60 seconds. Next, x seconds, that means directly x, that is directly x. So now what we have here, when I add all these things, students, what will be my output? So with the help of units digit concept, we will try to eliminate two options from this one. Am I correct or not? See here, we will try to write the units digit of this one. What we will get? X only. Sorry, anyway the units digit is x only. We will be left with x at the units place. We don't have any other choice. So now please see here. If you observe everything, x is common in everything. So x into, so 24 into 60 into 60, that is there for us. So what we will get? 24 into 7 into 60 into 60 plus 24 into 60 into 60 plus 60 into 60 plus 60 plus 1, 60 plus 1. So definitely in the units place we will have 1. So either our answer will be this or this. Only two options are left for us. Why? Because whatever the value which we will have into x, x means x into 1. Units place, see, all this, the value, the units place for this is 0, the units place for this is 0, the units place for this is 0, for this is 0, and what we have at last? 1. So x into 1, what you will get? X at the last, and for that 1x. So the chances for this is very, very high. We will try to prove it. Now see here, 24 7s are, or else you can also take this 60, 60, 60 is also common. 3600 into x into 3600 into 24 7s are, what you will get? 168, 168 plus 24 plus 1 plus 61. I will be left with 61. So now what I will get here? 3600, 168 plus 24, it will become 192, 193. 193 into 3600. Okay, 193 into 36. Solve this one. What you will get here? 8s are 18, 55. 6 1s are 6 plus 1, 11, 1158 we will have. Next, into 9, 193 3s are, directly also you can say, but see here, 2 27s are, 3 9s are 27, and you will have 2, so 5. So 8 4 1 9 6 9 4 8 plus 61, or sorry, 6 9 4 8 6 1, 6 9 4 8 6 1 into x, 6 9 4 8 6 1 into x. Why? Because here you will have 2 zeros, actually this is 2 zeros, and when you add 61 to this, what you will get? 6 9 4 8 6 1 into x. From this, see, actually students, after writing this step itself, we can say our answer as 6 9 4 6 8 1 x, but if you don't have idea, solve in this manner. Okay. Next one. What is the angle between the minute hand and hour hand when the clock shows 4:25 hours? We know that theta is equal to modulus of 30x minus 11y by 2. Okay. So 4 hours, 4:25 means what? 30 into 4 minus 11 into 25 by 2. So 34s are 120 minus 2 ones to 12.5s. 12.5 into 11. What you will get here? 125 plus 12.5 means 137.5. 137.5. So what will be our answer here? 12.5 degrees. Actually, you will get minus 12.5, mod is there. So plus 12.5 degrees. The angle between two hands of the clock at 4:25 is 12.5 degrees. 12.5 degrees. Next one. How many times the hour hand and the minute hand coincide in a clock between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.? Between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Now see here, students, this is very, very important to know the basic concept. See, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., what are the time slots we have? 11, 12, 1 and 2. We know that for every 1 hour they will coincide for once. In our first class we have seen. But but in 12 hours they will coincide only for 11 times. Where we are losing that one time? Because we will have a common coinciding point at 12 o'clock. So that means between these 2 hours, from 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, we will have only one coinciding point. And from 10 to 11, we will have one coinciding point, and from 1 to 2, we will have another coinciding point. Now tell me, from 10 to 2, how many coinciding points we will have? Only 3 times. The two hands will coincide only for 3 times. 3 times. That is the reason the basic concepts is very, very important, students. If you learn only the formulas, it is of waste of time. Where we are losing that coinciding point means exactly at 12 o'clock. We have already seen in our first session. Okay, so that means between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on the same day, the two hands will coincide for only 3 times. 3 times. Actually, the time difference is 4 hours, but our answer will be only 3 times. The reason is we will have a common coinciding point at 12 o'clock. So, our answer is 3 times. Next one. Right? With this, the concepts of clocks is finished, students. So, please do practice. Definitely, it is a very simple concept. You should not lose mark from this concept. We know that every question is very, very important. Definitely, they are going to ask one question from this area. You should not lose mark from this area. Whether they ask you a conceptual based or a formula based, okay, we should write our final answer. Thank you very much. We will see in our next session.